Would you rather have women's rights or Islam?
That's not a choice. We can have both because actually, if you look at the history and the facts, 1400 years ago, women in Islam were granted rights that women in the West did not have.
What about your Prophet Muhammad, who had an underage wife who he beat?
I don't believe that's true.
That is true. That is a fact.
As a Muslim practicing woman, I'm telling you that's not a fact.
I mean, we will put up the facts on the screen here for people and they can read it themselves, but that did happen. So I think you need to look into your religion a little more.
Please do not tell me what I, as a young Muslim woman of color, need to do about my faith.
I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. We're talking facts right now.
Here's an interesting clip of a woman going and asking feminists, women's rights or Islam. You have to choose one. Check it out.
Hey everyone, okay, so I'm here back to my roots of starting on YouTube at a women's march once again. Yes, they are still going on despite rape still not being legal in the West. And this time I'm going to be asking a bit of a different question. Instead of asking about rape culture, instead of asking about feminist values, I'm going to be asking the most difficult would you rather question out there. Would you rather have women's rights or Islam? Let's see how they react. Women's rights or Islam?
I'm not. Is that a real choice? Is that a real question?
That's ridiculous. No.
Why is it ridiculous? I think it's a very serious question.
Considering there's only two options.
Have women's rights or Islam? What?
Why is that even a question?
We're not. This is not about Islam.
Mate,
But your rights are...
Why are you at this rally ask that question? Provoking like an argument, which there's no point. Why can't we just band together about feminism instead of you coming along here and starting a religious debate?
Because some people believe you should be stoned for the crime of being raped, and if you are protesting rape, you should be protesting the people that want to hurt you for being raped as well.
Why are you just
This is a disgrace because people in the West, women in the West, go and protest and talk about women's rights, and that's fine. There are definitely grievances, but it's nothing compared to what people like Ayaan Hirsi Ali experienced as a child growing up with genital mutilation and terrible experiences that she had to endure. Closing her, they sew together your region below to make sure that you're a virgin. To make sure that you're a virgin when your husband marries you. Think about that. That's absolutely disgusting. And many people are not talking about it. Instead, in the West, they talk about the very, very subtle issues that they have, especially now, especially in 2025.
Why are you doing this?
Why in particular did you use Islam?
Because there is a big problem with how women are treated under Islam.
Right. So you didn't first ask her whether or not she identifies as a Muslim?
No, I'm asking feminists.
Why are you not asking Muslim women about this? Why are you asking?
Well, you don't see a whole lot here, do you? Their husbands probably didn't let them come.
Oh my God. Did you just hear what she said to me? She said, I don't see a lot of Muslim women here. Their husbands didn't let them come. Dude, you're doing this.
Ignorant.
No, she's doing this with
Have
you.
you read the Quran?
Go away.
I've read passages and there's a lot more violence in the Bible. And believe me, I grew up Catholic.
That's why you see Christians running people over in the streets of London.
Oh my fuck.
I think that people who say that have probably not actually read the Quran and have just been told that by the media and sucked it in. And I think we should listen to Muslim women instead of white women like me and you.
You don't think white women can be Muslim?
Yeah, I think they can. But I think we should listen to Muslim women first and foremost.
Maybe I'm a Muslim.
Maybe you are. I'm going.
I think we should respect religions. We should respect women's rights.
What if religions believe women are worth less than men and should be beaten for the crime of rape?
I don't believe that at all.
You don't believe they say that?
I don't believe that should happen, but it's not for me to say what people should believe and not believe.
Actually, this is the question I've been asking. Would you rather have women's rights or Islam?
I actually don't have a problem with Islam. I don't see it as it being incompatible with women's rights.
Really? Yeah. Even though I can't walk into the front door of a mosque in Whitechapel.
This has come out of women trying to have their own spaces. I agree with if women want their own spaces, and in a religious context, I guess this would lead to men's spaces and women's spaces. But I don't see that as an issue.
Women's rights or Islam?
Both.
Both? You can only pick one. It's a would you rather.
I don't see what the difference is between the two.
There's no difference between Islam and feminism.
I just don't think that's the kind of question that you can ask people.
A lot of people would consider Sharia law antithetical or not compatible with feminism.
I just don't think in today's world you can ask people if they would rather women's rights or Islam.
Why not?
Well, I just don't think it's a very PC question to ask people.
Women's rights or Islam?
I'm not answering.
You're not answering? Why not?
That's not. It's not an either or.
Muslim woman.
Hi, pleasure to meet you.
Muslim woman.
All
Yeah,
right.
and I'm here tonight because this is
What's
important
your name?
to us. Arifa.
Nice to meet you, Erica.
Nice to meet you.
All right, we are asking a question to everyone here. Would you rather have women's rights or Islam?
That's not a choice. We can have both because actually, if you look at the history and the facts, 1400 years ago, women in Islam were granted rights that women in the West did not have.
What about your
1400 years ago? That's your argument? Guys, 1400 years ago, Islam was great. Okay? That's great for 1400 years ago. What about today?
Prophet Muhammad, who had an underage wife who he beat?
I don't believe that's true.
That is true. That is a fact.
As a Muslim practicing woman, I'm telling you that's not a fact.
I mean, we will put up the facts on the screen here for people and they can read it themselves, but that did happen. So I think you need to look into your religion a little
Please
more.
do not tell me what I, as a young Muslim woman of color, need to do about my faith.
I don't care what
because
I don't care what color you are. I don't care what gender you are. We're talking facts right
So
now.
would you be asking this to a white Muslim woman as well?
Why, absolutely. Be careful with my questions.
She was complaining about questions. I don't know.
Would you rather have women's rights or Islam?
Women's rights.
Women's rights? Yeah. I wonder why they don't do this in like Rotherham.
So if you're not going to support the march, then I don't think it's very fair that you're here.
We're doing interviews.
Yeah, you're asking women only march.
You're asking. How do you know? How do you know that my camera woman is not on off? Literally, we will show you.
Off. No, it's a women's march. There's no men on the march.
What if he supports the march? Is that not? Is
There's
that a
no
problem?
on the march. No, you're supposed to be doing a job. No men on the march. No men on the march. No men on the march. Get him out. 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 Get him out.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, my God. Wow, that was absolutely insane. And this is her page, Lauren Southern. I don't think she posts anymore, but she had some great content when she was really actively posting. I believe that was the end of the video. And wow, she has guts also, like going to a women's rights march and, asking people about Islam, asking a Muslim woman's rights or Islam. I mean, that takes a lot of guts. So, we need people like her to get a consensus of what people really believe. For more, subscribe to the channel. If you want to help us make more of these videos, you can go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. And again, I want to reiterate, I'm not showing you this video to bash Muslims. I'm showing you this video because I know that there are stories right now. There are women right now in Muslim countries dealing with absolute hell. In Afghanistan, in Iran, in Iraq, in African countries, like all over the world, there are women under Islamic Sharia law dealing with hell, and they should be the ones. The West should be the ones. Those women, those feminists, should be the ones fighting for them. Instead, that they recoil when even asked about it. If you believe in what we do here over at Jewish Uncensored, consider supporting us in a few different ways. You can support us monetarily by going to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. You can also go to our new merchandise store, IsraelUncensored.com, where we just dropped a bunch of new merch. Additionally, to gain access to exclusive content, you can go to our memberships tab on this channel and join there. And finally, you can share this video with both family and friends in order to share this message with the world. Thank you so much for your support.